Yep, I'm playing Rust again. I've been kind of addicted ever since I started playing on this server, and so I decided to make another video about it. So while I get a kit and some building materials and find the perfect base location, let me tell you a little bit about the goal of this wipe. Every time I play, I see people asking, are dungeons worth it? Are helis worth it? Are Bradleys worth it? And while helis and Bradleys sound familiar, you're probably thinking dungeons? Rust doesn't have dungeons. Well, they do in Brits PvE Worlds. You see, this is a PvE server that has all sorts of different challenges, including one that I ended up completing for the very first time this wipe. Anecdotally, I can say that all of these challenges are worth it, but which ones actually earn you the most RP, the server's main currency? Well, this is the wipe where I find out, and I figured I'd take you along for the ride. So strap in, and let's go get rich. I feel like this is like a pretty good mountain for a base. I could go to the one over there, but the reason I want to build on a mountain is because I'm going to build a heli base, and it's kind of nice because then I don't have to fight people for towers, and it's just nice to be at home. So I think I'm going to build right here. Oh, nice. Gifts are always welcome. Heck yeah, we'll hold on to that for later. With the bottom floor of the base partially built, it's time to go over the plan. There are a few different ways to get RP. My goal is to try and track how much time goes into each one of these activities and calculate the amount of RP for each activity. But instead of making it about the science and calculations, I want to take you along for the journey. And before we can really give this a good shot, we need to get a little bit of RP, some duct tape, and ideally a legendary weapon or two to get things going. So let's go get them by starting with some raids. Okay, so I did this really cool thing where I didn't record. So I'm just going to show you my loot real quick. This is kind of what I got from doing 2 medium raids. I got that, and then I got all this too. So this is what I got from 2 medium raids. I'm just going to kind of organize everything, and then I think I'm going to upgrade the base a little bit. Then I'm going to start some dungeons, because dungeons are what I really need to get more rockets and more duct tape to be able to do higher dungeons, and it's a snowball. So yeah, let me get this done, and then we'll go do some dungeons. Oh, well, that was nice. Somebody just bought everybody a supply signal. Very cool. All right, here we go. Let's test our luck. Very nice, very nice. Oh, yes. Golden AK. That is an incredible start. First legendary of the wipe. And I will take it. That actually gives me, I believe it's a 20% damage increase. And also, let me double check. It is, oh, Scientist Bane is 50%. Okay. So, very nice. Another gold AK. This is turning out pretty decent. I'm a bit concerned because I haven't been finding a lot of duct tape, and I sort of need duct tape to continue making this work. And it looks like we're, I think, a little over halfway through this, so I'm really hoping that I start finding some more. Oh, what is that? Interesting, the double boom got a new skin or something. I mean, if that's really a double boom, that's awesome. That helps a lot. Oh, actually, I've been picking up quite a bit of rockets too. I guess I didn't notice that. Let me give it a shot and just make sure that this is actually a double boom, because it looks weird. Oh, it sure is. I'm just curious. I want to see how much the AK is going, gold AK is going for right now. Okay, well that's way too much. There's no way. I'm gonna keep it for now. All right, so I have been really busy, as you can see here. I just finished a bunch of dungeons. I've got 99 duct tape. I'm going to sell off some comps and organize some of this other stuff and get some more duct tape so we can actually do one of the top tier dungeons and really snowball this thing. All right, I did build up the second floor here, and I also added 2 drop boxes for what we're about to do. So let's go ahead and take on this dungeon. For some reason, I thought it was 150 duct tape, but it's only 100, which really works out in my favor, I guess. Oh, hey, golden eggs, look at that. So let's see, my dungeon is to the left here. Yeah, so I've got leftover duct tape. Could have saved the RP, which would have been nice, but, you know, here we are. Hey, look at that, another gold AK. We'll take it. Man, there's a lot of elites in this one. No. Ah. well, that was not good. All right, let's try not to do that again. That would be ideal. Oh, he was one shot. That's hilarious. Oh my god, are you kidding? I don't think I'm recovering from this. Alright, well, if you didn't happen to notice, this is why these are so important. Dungeons give you just so much stuff. I mean, look at how many rockets I have. Look at how much duct tape I got just from this one dungeon. Just so much. Alright, so we're going to drop all this stuff off and then go back and do it a few more times.
2 hours later.
So I just completed like 5 dungeons in a row and it took me a little bit over 2 hours. From those dungeons, I got a ton of loot, including a bunch of supply signals. So in order to kind of show the full value, I'm going to pop all of these supply signals and then I'm going to get everything organized so you can kind of like see the holistic picture here. All right, so let's see if we can break this down in a way that makes sense. These are all the items on the server that are sellable. The reason that these 3 down here are separate is because you can actually do a price check to see how much HQM, how much cloth, and how much scrap is selling for. They all sell at different prices, and so to get the most RP out of it, you kind of have to time the market for it. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to sell it because I just want to sell it. So we'll grab that. If I toss all of this into the store, let's just see how much we can get for it. Okay, so we're up to 141,000 RP. Plus all of this puts us at 533,000. Now, all of these items here can technically be sold. And actually, I'm going to sell that one. The rest of this stuff I'm keeping because I know that I'm going to need it for the future. I need C4, I need pipes to make rockets. I'm going to break these down because these will give me pipes and I can make more rockets. HVs to be more specific. These rockets are going to come in handy. I need duct tape for dungeons, or I can turn them in for bleach and ultimately batteries. And then lastly, we have the box of stuff that can't be sold. Now, this kind of makes sense. You need diesel to run quarries, so we're going to keep those. I mean, you can sell them on the market, but you can't sell them to the server. I do need chainsaws so I can upgrade the wood quarries. And then we've got all of our legendaries down here. We got a ton of legendaries from running these dungeons, so we're going to see what we can sell those for on the market and see how much we can increase the RP that we earn from dungeons. All right, so after looking at the market and trying to figure some things out here, the golden AK was going for like 20,000, so I listed mine for 15. I had 8 of them. We had the double boom where I had 2 of them because I decided to keep a couple for backups. I listed those at 1,000 each. They're not really worth a lot. And the busted Yoka for some reason was going for like, 200,000. So I listed it at 20 because there's no way it's going to sell for 200. So I figured I'd take a shot at 20 and somebody crazy will probably buy it at some point. Okay, so with all the items that we sold already, we're looking at about 710,000 RP. But with all of the items that we listed on the market, that number is going to be closer to 854,000. Now, something else that I could do. Oh, it's all in my inventory already. If I sell those items that I said I wasn't going to sell, look at how much RP this is worth. It's another 1.3 million. So if we were to sell everything, that would put us at 2.1 million RP. That is an insane amount of RP. But like I said, I'm keeping all this. I know it sounds tempting to sell it all, but it is totally worth it. Something else I didn't mention though is check this out. Let's go over to our quests. And let's look for, where are the dungeon quests? Leveling, no. Here we go. If you complete the tier 5 dungeon crawler quest, 1,000,000 RP. So you could literally get over 3 million RP just from doing dungeons. It is incredibly insane. Now that I'm pretty much set up for wipe, I felt like it was time to make my base fully operational. With the rest of the tower finished, I was ready for bed, so setting up the planners and continuing the quest for riches will have to wait until tomorrow. Alright, so it is day 2, and I finished updating my base, so let me show you around here. The bottom floor you guys have already seen, it's just like pretty much the same. I think the only real automation I did is I set this up to this auto crafter over here so we can get some HV rockets, because I need those for what I'm gonna do next. So yeah, everything else pretty much the same. I will say I did set up planters, so we've got those ready to go. We do need to get some clones though, so that's on my shopping list. The second floor you pretty much already seen. The only difference is I added a generator so that we have electricity everywhere, and I placed lights and windows, and then my elevator. I know I could have just kept going up the ladders, but realistically there's nothing else on any of these floors. It's literally all empty. Like, you could put like sometimes I'll put my planters there, but for the most part, a lot of this just remains empty because this is the reason I built it so tall. It is so we can take helis from up here. This part is a little bit not standard in this design, but I've been trying different things with this space because this is the elevator shaft underneath, so you know, it is what it is. But now that we got this whole thing built, I need to go to the hub because we need to check the market for a bunch of items. Oh yeah, I remembered that I was out farming too. I did a little bit of that because I figured you probably wouldn't want to watch it, but I did end up finding 2 fertile bones. I don't know if these go for much in the hub, but we will find that out. Maybe they will. These are so that you can instantly grow your plants. So we do need one of these for what we're going to do with farming, but I don't need 2 of them. So maybe we can make some money off of one of them. All right, we need quite a few items, so let's start with the farming gear. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, fertile bones, 750,000, really? Well, I'm gonna sell mine. That's a buy offer. Sell. Honestly, let's just sell it for 500k and see what happens. I don't think it's normally worth that much, but I mean, you know, whatever. We need a farmer set, so let's see what we got here. Oh, that's cheap. Heck yeah. So let's buy one of these. And one of these. And one of these. Okay, we need clones, multiples. Wow, these are 800 RP a piece? That seems like a lot. So what is that? 128,000 RP? That's crazy. I mean, we'll make it back pretty quickly, but it seems like a lot. Alright, whatever. We got the money to spend, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Although I say that, and now... Oh no, we still got money. I need an ash maker because this will allow us to shoot HVs. And what do we got for boomstick? Yeah, I want to get a boomstick too because I'm surprised I didn't find one in a dungeon at all, but I do want one because it's so much nicer to be able to shoot 6 shots instead of having to reload all the time with the... Ooh, we're down to 203,000 RP, but that's all right. That is all right. So now, I think we take on some Bradleys. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and place this guy. Yeah. And get our farming outfit on this dude. And actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and plant all of these right away. These planters, like you can see, they don't require any light or water or anything like that. Everything is at 150%, so that is cool. Oh, one left to spare, so I'm glad I bought that many. Cool. And then we'll just drop the rest off. We'll come back and do some more farming stuff later. Oh, I forgot to trade that in. I wanted to get some diesel, but that's fine. We'll just skip that for now. Let's put that back in the box. All right, Bible Bradleys. So I think we do, oh my God, that's 200,000. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have spent so much. Let's just buy a couple. Let's get one of these. One of these. One of those. And actually, you know what? Let me just get one of those. All right, so is that, let me make sure that number's right. 63.7k RP to start. And yeah, let's see where we end up after this. All right, here we go. come on. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, well, I'll just come back. Not gonna push it too far, right? Hey, come on, man. Be cool. All right, so we are ready to do some farming, but we got to talk a little bit about how farming works because it can get a little bit crazy. So I'm not going to harvest right now because farming at night doubles your yield. And if you have the fertile bone, you can use that. Well, you can use the fertile bone with bones in order to grow your crops. That sometimes takes a little while longer because you have to actually harvest bones or you have to go out and buy them, which means you need more RP. Yeah, like again, for the video, I'm not gonna try and like min-max everything here. We're just gonna see what a harvest of cloth will get us versus a harvest of orchids, because I've seen like on the wiki that it says like cloth is better, but people still say orchids are better, and I kind of think that way too. So this will be a great test to figure out like which one is actually better. But another thing, our full farming set here, this is going to give us a 60% bonus to our harvest. Let's see, what else? We also got mushroom soup, which I think, can we make some? I think we can. I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to be able to make, but let's take a look here. Right here. So how many of these can we actually make? I think is that 12 or is it 11? Either way, we got 11 or 12, so that'll be awesome. But yeah, this is a 50% bonus with mushroom soup. On top of that, we also have skill points in harvesting. So if I type that right into harvesting, let's see, this is wild collectibles. But yeah, this is harvesting grown plants, and I have all of those. So that should be like, let's see, what is it? Harvesting 87.5% bonus. So we have a lot of bonuses that are going to stack up here, and we'll see like what this actually gets us. I do need to make clones out of some of these though, because I kind of messed up before. Actually, if I have enough bones, maybe 13,000. I don't know if that'll grow a bunch back. You know, let's give it a try though, because either way, I need the clones. So clone, what does that give me? And I think I needed like 160 total. Let me just get these two. Why not? We'll have some extras. Okay, so here we can actually show you the fertile bones. So check this out. So you can see that they need to grow. And actually, I want to see how many bones this uses. So we have 13,000 bones. Let's see, where are we at with these? These are fruiting. I don't think we'll have enough time for them to ripen. We'll see. We'll see. They might ripen. So I'm going to wait until that hits about 2100 hours, and then we're going to harvest everything. All right, perfect. So these just got ripe, like right before I'm planning to harvest. So that is perfect. Let's go ahead and swap our clothes out. So we got the full farmer set on. We've got orchids that we're planting next. So we got our soup ready to go. Yeah, I mean, we're perfect. We just got to wait for this to clock to advance a little bit, and then get a bunch of RP here. Okay, here we go. Time to pop this thing. And harvest all. Oh no. I don't think we need to shoot them. That was kind of rude. so that is everything. Let's go ahead. I mean, it's kind of dark, but let's get these orchids planted right away. All right, perfect. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Looks like... All right, looks like we got them all, so let's go ahead and see. Okay, 386, so nearly 400,000. And then I think the highest sell price is right around 2 RP per cloth. So I mean, that's almost 800,000 if we can get that price for it. Let's do a price check. See what we've got right now. Oh, World 3 1.97. I need to go sell that like now. Let's go do that. Okay, here we are in World 3. Let me just do another price check just to make sure it's still that price. Yep, absolutely. Cool. So let's go ahead and sell. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, hey. I just realized a bunch of my other stuff must have sold. 762,000 RP. That's a lot of RP. I'm happy with that. All right, so let me get back into my other gear. I mean, that is awesome though, because we're up to, yeah, back up to 1.3 million. So I just have to not spend so much money on clones next time, because it really wasn't worth it. Like, I could have just bought like 1 or 2 clones and then literally just clone them. It was a bad idea. All right, we can continue now the Bradleys, and I'm gonna buy one of these for 200. Well, that isn't. My first piece of impact. Heck yeah. Now, the reason this is so important is because check this out. Right here, impact absorption, 13%. That is going to help out tremendously. Oh, another ash maker. Well, I just depoted a bunch of stuff from the Bradleys and ended up recycling all those guns and stuff like that just to clean up the inventory a little bit. And we're just in time to start with orchids again. Now, I didn't actually grab any clones, so that's kind of a problem. But I do still have one left, so I think I'm just going to harvest this so that we can see, like, you know, how does this compare to cloth, and then I'll probably just plant that one and start the process of cloning it so I have more. All right, that is everything, and I think it said we have 389,000. Now, the difference between cloth and the orchids is that we have to trade the orchids in for scrap, and then we sell the scrap. So let me see. Yeah, let's go to Outpost. Okay, so we have 583,000, almost 584,000. So we gotta see what scrap is going for right now. If I did that right, so price check, scrap. Did I? Oh, I did do it right that time. Okay, so I think 2 is the highest we can sell for, but 119 is the highest we're at right now, so I think I need to hold on to this scrap for a little bit longer. I will put it in here so it doesn't get mixed up with any of my other items. Ooh, another boomstick. Nice, we got another impact set, or another impact kilt. That's huge. I didn't even check the price on that yet. I really need to do that, because now I have one I can sell and I can keep one. Alright, so after completing all of the Bradley quests here, we got about 23,500 for those 4 quests. The math on this is a little bit crazy because you can see these are all the items I'm just going to straight up sell. Over here we've got a couple of legendaries that I'm going to keep. These other ones that are all going to get sold. And then these are items down here that could sell, but I'm going to keep them because we need them for you know, future things like raids, and I can use batteries for XP and upgrades. So yeah, the math gets a little crazy here, so I'm going to save that all for the end of the video because we need to keep grinding here. Let's at least sell this stuff though. Let's see what we can get from all this. Alrighty, so we'll pop it all in here. 443,000. So probably not worth it in terms of how much time we spent taking Bradley's. But we do still have these other items that are going to hit the market, so that number is going to go way up. With all the Bradleys completed and the fact that I'm still waiting on scrap prices to get better, the next item on our list are raids. Raids tend to have legendary items, but on top of that, they also have a pretty decent return on RP. So even if they are sometimes a pain, the risk is usually worth the reward. All right, so I finally went through all of the stuff that I got from the 2 nightmare raids that I did, and we're gonna see what we can sell all this for. All right, so let's take a look. This is a lot of stuff here. Let's see what we get. 195 plus another 14, so we got about 209,000 RP for all that stuff, but that's not everything. This stuff can't be sold, and I'm going to be keeping it, or I'm going to be selling it on the market. So like the boomstick, the pants, we'll see if the helping hands go for anything. Like this latent wipe, probably not. So we'll see about that. But also take a look at this. A nightmare raid only costs 20,000 each, and I made basically that back. You know, we got 36,000 here for the 2 raids that we did. So they were basically free. You know, they were only like 4,000 RP, plus we got way more back from that. So that's huge too. There are some other items here, and I just want to show you what these will sell for, because hello, what the yeah, I want to show you what these will sell for, because it will probably make a big difference. Let's see, yeah, all sellable. So yeah, another 410,000 if we decided to sell these, but I'm gonna use this stuff, so it makes sense to keep it. Oh, I totally forgot about 2 different things. Check this out. So in addition to all that stuff for the raids, we get an extra 80,000 RP and a battery. So that is huge, because that was only for 2 nightmare raids. So yeah, 80,000 RP plus them. Let's see what we can just sell just a battery for, because I'm curious about that. Another 75,000. So huge return on investment there. Awesome. That's cool. I just realized I went to the hub without checking the other thing that I said I was going to tell you about. So let's take a look. I set up virtual quarries last night. So we've got, oh my god. That is so much crude. That's hilarious. Okay, let's check the other one. Oh my god. So this is another way of getting a ton of RP, because if I do a price check on HQM, we can sell that for, I don't know what the highest possible price is, but World 9 at 542. I'm gonna guess it's 6, so that's probably a good price to sell at. Let's go do that quick, because that seems like we should try and make some money on this. Oh my god, 1.27 million RP just from setting up a quarry overnight, and that was with like almost no diesel. I'll put it right here how much diesel I added, but it wasn't a ton. This is gonna get us a ton of diesel though. We need to go back and refine this. All right, cool. Well, we'll let those cook. It's crazy though, like I could farm this again. I still have scrap that I need to turn in, so like I still have a lot of RP potential here. Let's actually, where am I at right now? Oh dang. Okay, 2.45 million, not doing too bad. I mean, realistically I would be much higher at this point if I wasn't doing a video, but just to like do kind of the handful of things that I have and have that much RP is kind of nuts.
Later that night.
All right, so I'm back from a little bit of a break. Just had myself some dinner here. And I think the next thing to do is to start taking helis. Now, I don't know how this is gonna go. Because I have a little bit of a problem. One, I don't know if I have enough ammo. We'll find out. Two, I don't really have a gold M2, which is, you know, pretty beneficial for the extra heli damage. And my armor isn't super great. But we're gonna do it anyway. So let's finally put this base to use, and let's take some of these helis. Actually, I just realized it's like almost nighttime. So we'll wait for it to be daytime, and then we'll do it. Oh, look at, actually World 10, we're already there. That makes this very easy. Let's go turn this in. Because this is our other farming harvest with orchids, so 583,000. So definitely cloth is better. But now we know that. Alrighty, so it is daytime. Let's go up and do this. Now, like I said at the beginning of this, the whole purpose of this was to do helis, and now we can finally do it. Do that. All right, so these are all full with ammo, again, just for quick reloads. So I'm gonna put this stuff, actually I want that. And now I can carry 3 of these on me. And I can reload them just by tossing it in the turret real quick and pulling it back out. It's a little bit faster. But we do need, whoops, we do need to buy some helis. So let's take a look at what we got on the market, or in the shop. Okay, wow, that is expensive. I haven't done an elite heli in a while, so I think I'm gonna we'll start with a hard and go from there. We have quite a bit of RP now, so I'm not really worried about spending the money. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to take one of these, much less the legendary. So let's start with a hard and just go from there. There we go. Dang, that was like far away. Okay. That wasn't too bad. The walk there is gonna take a minute though. Alrighty, let's see what we got for loot. Okay. Not bad. Guess. Alright. Oh, well, more ammo, which we will need, so I guess that's good. Alright, let's try an elite this time. The loot better be worth it on this one, that's all I'm saying. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go, main rotor. Now we just gotta go for that tail rotor. Oh. There we go. Alrighty, let's go see what we won. Ooh, okay. Well, we got a lot more boxes here, which is a good sign. No legendaries yet. Okay. Still no legendaries. Oh, there we go. Okay, Hydra stolen 1. I wonder what that's going for right now. Oh, 2 of them. All right, well. We'll have to see if we can get anything for that. Oh no. It actually blew up part of my tower here. Oh no. Well, that's not good. That's the first time I think I've ever had that happen to me. For reference, they shouldn't be able to blow up your base, but if they happen to have rockets in the air already, like that, as you take them down, then it will damage your base. So this is not good because I will need to stay away from that side of the base for now. And I already can't see, so this is great. Please be good. Oh, we got some soups. That's great. We'll take the soups. Oh, and we got some MLRS rockets, which we can use with the one of the Hydra's wands that we got. Okay. Vertipon. Yeah, pretty lackluster on that one. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, I think I need to do some repairs here before I start taking any more helis. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Now let's go get our last bit of heli loot here. Yes! This is the big one. This is what we were waiting for. The golden M249. Heck yeah. Oh, that is amazing. I can't believe we finally got one. Oh, that is so awesome. That is, like, I can't even get over it. I'm so excited about that. Okay, let's go back. We gotta take a look at all this loot and see where we're at. So, well, actually, first let's look at the number of helis we did. So we basically have done every single heli once. We tried to do one of these and something happened with the server, so we kind of lost that. I don't really care all that much. It is what it is. Kind of a bummer. If you're playing and that happens, you can submit a ticket and you can get your heli signal back, but I'm just gonna leave it because the golden M249 is exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that is so cool. But now, do I sell it or do I keep it? That's the big question. Because check this out. If I got it equipped there, heli damage plus 50%. Yeah, maybe I tried to do another legendary. I couldn't remember if elite was the top one or if it was legendary, but I could do another legendary. Okay, I'm gonna sort through all the loot, get it all squared away so we can figure out how much we actually have here. And then we'll determine whether or not we're gonna sell this and go for that legendary. All right, everything is sorted, and here's all of the comps that we got out of this. Let's see what we can go ahead and sell those for. Okay, 55. Not a lot compared to how much we spent on the helis. We could... This is stuff I'm keeping but could be sold. Let's see what we can get out of that. Okay, so that is another 268,000. I'm keeping it, but it could be sold. And then this is all stuff that I am keeping and can't be sold. The biggest item here is this M249 though. I'm gonna take it with me. Let's go look at the hub and see what we can actually get for this thing. All right, let's take a look. So, custom items. Okay, I was expecting more, but still 5.1 million for the buy offer right now. I mean, that would bring us up to nearly 10 million. That is huge. I just don't know if I want to sell it right now. I don't know. All right, so I decided to keep it for now. I know that like 5 million is pretty enticing, but I really want to do a legendary heli, and I think this is going to get me there. It's a little bit late tonight, so I'm going to call it, but in the morning, we're doing the heli. With day 2 coming to a close, we accomplished quite a bit. We destroyed a bunch of Bradleys, harvested cloth and orchids, completed a couple of raids, saw how much RP we could earn from quarries, and last but not least, we took down a bunch of helis. But there was one elusive boss that I've never tried attempting before, the legendary heli. I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I had no idea what I was in for. All right, well, it is day 3, and it's going to be my last day on wipe. And, you know, having done kind of all the things that I really wanted to do, there's really only one thing left, and I think that is to do something that I've never done before, which is take down a legendary heli. Got my gold M2, and I hope that is going to be enough to do it, because my armor, I've only got one piece of impact, so it's not like the greatest, but hopefully my armor holds up, and I guess we're going to find out. All right, let's do this. Okay, that's it's a bit tough. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is lower. Okay. Nope, I am still stuck. This is not a great start, I can tell you that. Okay. This is going to be way tougher than I thought. I don't actually know how I'm going to do this. Since this legendary heli took nearly an hour to take down, I figured now would be a good time to go through all of our RP earnings so you can see which methods are the most efficient for getting rich. Starting with farming, definitely don't do what I did and purchase a large number of clones. Get a clone for a few RP, or sometimes you can even find them in player vending machines for a few scrap or high qual. Then plant it and clone it until you have enough. The cost for planters and my farmer's gear set was about 122,000 RP. Because these were one-time costs, I'm not going to subtract them from our totals because you can get multiple harvests from farming. The active farming itself only takes minutes, even when you include looking up market costs and transferring worlds to sell items. So for this example, let's say we could complete one cycle of planting, farming, and selling in roughly 5 minutes. Obviously, this doesn't take into consideration the day-night cycles or timing the market. With cloth being our most profitable crop, earning us 762,000 RP in one cycle, you could expect somewhere around 9.144 million RP per hour. Remember though, this is an hour of active work, not 1 hour real time. Moving on to dungeons, we did 5 dungeons which took us 2.5 hours and earned us 854,000 RP. That number includes the legendaries that I sold as well. This means that we earned about 341,600 RP per hour. Now, if you include the items that I kept instead of selling, you're looking at 861,000 RP per hour. Going one final step further, if you complete 10 nightmare dungeons, you'll earn an additional 1 million RP for the associated quest. So if we double our previous number as an estimate, you can make over 1,061,600 an hour from doing dungeons. Up next is Bradleys. With Bradleys, we essentially did enough of them to complete all of the quests. The quests earned us 23.5 thousand RP, and between comps and legendaries, we earned another 760,000 RP. Had we sold everything else that we kept, our total would have skyrocketed to 2.433 million. The downside to Bradleys is that our upfront cost to purchase all of them was 1.352 million RP. And on top of that, they took us nearly 2 hours to complete. This ultimately means that in the best case scenario, we would earn 540,750 RP per hour. Now, RP isn't everything, and we did get a bunch of legendaries from Bradley's, so they're still worth doing in that regard. Just know that you're not going to be making bank from them. Raids are another event where we had to spend some RP to make some RP. We spent 40,000 on 2 raids and earned nearly all of it back in just RP that we found in boxes. For everything else we ended up selling plus the quest XP, we earned 329,000 RP. Had we sold the battery we got from the questline and the other items that I ended up keeping, we would have been looking at a total of 819,000 RP in just under 1 hour. Quarries are the one section that I can't really tell you how much you'll make in an hour, mostly because it depends on the amount of diesel you have, the quality of the quarry, the level of your quarries, the number of quarries you placed, and the selling prices at the time. What I can say though is that with a level 6 HQM quarry running overnight, we made 1.27 million RP. This is absolutely one of the best passive ways for you to get RP. Lastly, we have helis, but we'll save them until the very end because we still have one more monstrosity to beat here. Let's get back to it. Come on. Oh, I'm out of ammo. We're so close, 113 health left. Oh no, no. Come on. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yes. Finally. Finally. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. I don't know how long that took me, but it has to be close to an hour. It has to be. Oh, I'm glad that is over. Let's go see what we got out of this thing. It better be good. Yes, that's right, folks. Nearly 1 full hour to take down a legendary heli. And what made this so special is this was my very first one. Not only was it incredibly satisfying to accomplish this, but it also means that we have the final numbers to see how much RP helis have earned us. We spent 1.13 million RP on helis. Between the comps and the 2 Hydra's wands, we only earned about 155,000. But if we included all of the other items that I kept, we could have sold everything including our gold M2 for 6.6 million RP. If we subtract our costs from that and calculate our time, we would have earned roughly 3.316 million RP per hour. You know, I really have to say that this wipe was a ton of fun. I enjoyed putting these methods to the test and sharing the results with all of you. And while there's probably a bunch of other ways to get RP that I didn't mention, there is actually one more way that could pay off huge if you're in the right place at the right time. But for that, you'll have to subscribe, because that's a story for another time.